Welcome back. Rolling back regulation. The House is set to vote on legislation today to undo parts of Dodd-Frank. It's the largest change to the bill since it was enacted in 2010. Joining us right now is New York Republican Congresswoman and House Financial Services Committee member Claudia Tenney. Congresswoman, it's good to see you this morning. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you. Great to see you.
Your expectations for the vote?
I think it's going to pass, and we already talked to the president yesterday when we were at another bill signing about coming back Thursday to make this law, and we're very excited about it. It's not going to do everything we want, but it's definitely a big step forward in reducing some of the burdensome regulations that Dodd-Frank imposed on our small community banks, our credit unions. It's going to increase lending opportunities for small businesses, which are really important. As you know, they create nearly 70% of the new jobs in my community, and it's going to be a great enhancer to the tax reform, which is proving to be a real winner for small businesses in my community. So we're very, very excited about it.
Because it's crazy to have the small bank on the corner face the same exact regulations that the global banks like the J.P. Morgans of the world face as well. They're totally different balance sheets.
Exactly. And if you drive through my community, we've lost so many small community banks that there's grass growing, there's like tumbleweed grass growing all over the place and cattails. It's really sad when you see that all these banks that used to be your neighborhood banker, they loan to our local farmers, small businesses, got everybody their start, have been eliminated by Dodd-Frank, and we're moving a step forward to bringing some of those banks back, giving a little bit more opportunity for small businesses, and just individuals, just the lenders, are able to work now. To even give mortgages. I mean, the banks were so limited before that even regional banks are going to benefit a little bit from this. Obviously, we'd like to go further, but my kudos go to my chairman, who's terrific, Jeb Henseling, who's really pushed to make this happen.
Sense.
Right. To that point of liking to go a little bit further, Congresswoman, I guess from reading some of the criticisms that's come in from fellow Republicans is that some of the, most hated components, you might say, of Dodd-Frank from a Republican point of view, whether it's the CFPB or other things, do remain in place despite this bill if it passes. So what do you say to that criticism that it does not go far enough?
Look, it's like my frustration as a conservative in Washington is we always have to go 2 steps forward and 1 step back, but at least we're making progress. I'd rather be hitting singles than sitting in a home run derby that doesn't count. So this is actually a good thing for us. It's moving us forward. As we continue to fight to roll back these regulations, we're going to go. And by the way, 2 of these bills that were picked up are mine. As a freshman member, I'm very excited to have 2 substantive bills that will be passing and becoming law, hopefully on Thursday when the president signs this.
That's wonderful. Congratulations,
Thank
Congresswoman.
you.
Before you go, John, let me ask you about the battle in your own home state, the New York governor's race. Actress Cynthia Nixon taking on Governor Andrew Cuomo in the Democratic primary. Now there are these reports that Hillary Clinton will endorse Cuomo, but it comes after these controversial comments from former Secretary of State Madeleine Albright. Remember this on the 2016 campaign trail. Listen.
Hillary Clinton will always be there for you. And just remember, there's a special place in hell for women who don't help each other.
Your reaction, Congresswoman?
Well, first of all, she's not there for me, and she never was as our senator. But I think it's a beautiful marriage that the queen of pay-to-play is now endorsing the king of pay-to-play. And you'll see where that got you. I mean, Andrew Cuomo has nearly destroyed New York State economy just with the literally aggressive, progressive regime that has caused our small businesses to close and many of them to leave. And look what it's borne out. We have over $8 billion spent in what I call cronyism, pay-to-play money. We've got 8 federal corruption charges that are trials actually that are carrying on this year during his campaign. And we have the largest outmigration of people in the entire nation. And what do we have for our $8 billion that we spend in cronyism? We're dead last in job creation. So thank God for the tax reform. It's giving a little bit of glimmer of hope to our businesses and especially homegrown small businesses like my own and many others who've, we've been hanging out in New York and trying to make it work. And thankfully for the federal side, President Trump, Kevin Brady, our side, we've been trying to keep it, a little more business friendly. So I'm really excited about that. But, I'm not surprised at all that 2 establishment cronyist pay-to-players are going to have a beautiful marriage together.
Well, they go back. I mean, Cuomo worked in the Bill Clinton administration. John, you wanted to jump in.
Isn't that interesting? Yeah, it's interesting. He worked in the Cuomo worked in the Trump or the Clinton administration during the time when we had the problem with the housing crisis. And what caused Dodd-Frank to be thrown through by the Democrats. It's very interesting, isn't it?
He was the head of HUD.
Yes, head of HUD.
Right.
Congressman, I wanted to go back to the bank bill that's going to pass. I wonder if you could point out the one or two specific provisions in this bill that really matter, that are going to really kind of move the regulatory landscape. There's a lot in this on small banks, on stress tests. What are the one or two things that you think really move the ball in this bill?
Well, you're asking me to talk about my two bills that I think, of course, are very important. But I think just the fact that we are rolling back in so many places, we're moving back, as you say, you mentioned stress testing. We're giving a little relief to the banks on that side of it. And especially one of the things that I'm supporting is the stress testing relief on small community banks. That's one of my bills. That rolls back. So instead of having to go through the stress testing and examination period every 18 months, smaller banks, the local banks that we have, Tioga Bank, Bank of Utica, which is one of the great banks in my community, those banks will now only have to go through an 18-month regulatory process instead of 12. We've lessened sort of the load on businesses, on small banks when it comes to lending, commercial and residential lending, and dealing with escrow accounts particularly. And so those things will help. I was a bank attorney. I represented a number of banks back when I was practicing law, so I know how difficult it is just to go through the process and get small loans even to consumers, even on the mortgage side.
That's terrific. Claudia Tenney,
so
congratulations. Thanks so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
We'll be watching the developments today. Congresswoman Claudia Tenney joining us in D.C.